Okay, original swing is over here on the left. Let's take a look. Now, basically, we just talked about just kinetic energy. Where we store up energy, that's your backswing. How we send energy towards the ball, and the angles we're swinging to is the shape of your swing. And all those eventually creates this natural release of energy, like you're throwing a ball. We got to get a force, which creates motion. Motion in what shape, and how do we get it out? That's your pattern of energy. And if you find a loop that works, it just repeats it, and then every club will work in that loop. When you're in trouble, you're trying to get power in your shoulders. If I go like this back and forth, you're going to see your shoulders up here. They're trying to be the power of the swing, meaning you're not using the ground at all as a force. You're just your feet are just kind of hanging on for your life. You watch back and forth when you're swinging here. You're watching back and forth as you're swinging here. You're just twisting and slapping. That backhand is going to flexion over here, and that's just slapping. That's why you can't get any compression. So that's where all the power, you're trying to get power in that. Now you're just stuck and to get your timing. So we have to change that order. So the first drill we did was this kind of hugging drill where your right arm is going across your upper body, your midsection. It's hugging your left arm. Your left arm is as this club an extension or a bent motion. And you're going to notice here that you look how you're using your legs as a force. You're not hitting with your shoulder and hip flying away. You're using your feet pushing, your arm drops, and that hugging is your core moving. The core is moving. The core is actually what moves the hips and the shoulders, not the other way around. Well, here you're not using that. You're just twisting and slapping. So we've got to change this energy source, or you're just as good as you can just release that club with your right hand. So you're just hitting with your right hand. Here we're applying leverage to something at a better angle, which is more power. So big difference here. So this is kind of, you have to put that little time in to do these drills as we go through. Now, let's bring another one up. So now, after hitting the bag a couple times, we basically, what I wanted you to feel from up here at this point is that in your swing, the backswing, again, it's not changing. You visually kind of know there's a bag down there that I wanted you to create energy towards the bag. The problem is golfers up here, they think the energy goes all the way to the finish. So they think if they can get to the finish, everything will be fine. They're constantly twisting to get to the finish, but then they pull away from the thing they're trying to get. So with the bag being down there, you're moving to the bag. So as you move back, you're now moving differently. See how that front shoulder, left one, does not spin. It stays right there to apply leverage to something. So there's the hit, there's the bag, and the release is letting that club fly. There's your hit, and let it go. Hit, and let it go. When you twist, there's no energy to the bag, and that's what you're fighting. Unfortunately, that's your natural power source, so that's why you keep looping it. Now, I don't know what this feels like to you, but this is the simpler look. We just take your existing backswing. We're going to hit a ball here and just let it fly. And work on to get your timing, give yourself a chance to change. So we don't want to stay away from the twisting and the flipping. We're hitting that bag and letting it go through here. So if we pull up a tour player, okay, so even though this is a couple tour players, but we're going to look at it just the same thing backwards. Again, imagine there's a bag there. He's going down to compress the bag. He's not moving away from the bag. You're moving towards something. So we're moving towards, we're applying leverage. Think of it as a hit, not speed. I don't need speed here. I need leverage, 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 and leverage. Right here, now it's our contact. Now this club is now right here going to start speeding and letting it fly. When you do that, you'll see your whole body and hips rotate together. Over here, now everything works together. So that gets everything timing. So there's your hit, and then everything works together, and then we go up to the finish. So it's really about getting here and working to here to get more efficiency in your power instead of just twisting. There's his hit, and there's his letting go. If I go to the next Jon Rahm, same thing, there's a hit, and then there's letting go. So this will take time because you're changing the order, but just doing a little bit every day. So if you put 15 minutes a day in this at the range, anything where you can, in about a week, you're going to start feeling that this is a positive energy that you can repeat and speed up instead of a opposite, which is right now you're in this opposite energy mode that you're in, and it's hard to get any speed in the swing. So keep working on that, these little visual pictures, and work from that point.